Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's Midday Money on Thursday, February 29th. Really, is it March 1st? I don't know. I told my daughter it's really her birthday today since her birthday is March 1st. So she gets like a double birthday. Not that I got her anything for her birthday today. In fact, I have to go out and get her a card for tomorrow. Got to get one of those. Anyway, hit the like button here. Winning Free Picks YouTube. Sean Higgs YouTube. Twitter at Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow all over the joint. Podcast forums available. Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Google, Apple Store, wherever you get your podcast. Midday Money Show is there along with the Late Night Money Show. A lot to talk about today. Not a lot, but before I get into recapping yesterday and today's picks and stuff like that, let's start. One, college football playoffs we're going to start with. So they're expanding that. I told you it was crap before. Maybe 6 teams. No. Oh, we need more teams. Well, you've gone from 12 before you even played a game down to what, 14, 16 that they're looking at in another 2 years? Automatic bids from conferences. That's wonderful. How would that automatic bid would have looked in the ACC this year with Louisville and Florida State going there? How would that would have looked? Automatic bid. So no conference championships. You already got 3 SEC, 3 Big Ten teams already locked in. 2 ACC, 2 Big 12. And then I think you get 1 out of a Group 5 and a couple at-larges. Do we really think the at-larges are coming anywhere but out of the SEC? I thought we were going to have 4 and 4 out of those schools anyway. So there you go. You're welcome to your SEC, ACC, 10 of the 16 teams, 10 of the 14 teams, whatever it's going to be. Ridiculous. They just could ruin everything. They could screw up a glass of water. That's number 1. Crapola. Total trash. Total trash. Number 2, I got to shout out to my guy T Money. Posted on Twitter, subtly throwing out jabs at me. Bald guy's going to say Lakers still stink after LeBron takes a double shot of PEDs. It comes in for a big night. 1, LeBron is old, T Money. I know you're on the bench massaging his butt cheeks as the 18th man on a Laker bench. The dude is 30. Not that that's old. Listen, I'm going to be 50 this year. I don't feel that old. I still feel like it's like 1997. I feel like I'm still young. And I'm not nowhere near the shape as a 38, 39-year-old LeBron James. But for NBA, dude, in dog years, that guy's like 500 years old. Come on. This is a league that wants to draft 18 and 19-year-olds to think they're the next LeBron, Kobe, Michael. So don't tell me. He's old, number 1. Yes. Number 2, the Lakers aren't winning anything. They're trash. And as I posted on Twitter, I should have put it as a general Twitter post with the Lakers. Maybe the NBA, I said the Lakers 100% not making the finals. Maybe the NBA starts a out of an after playoff tournament, right? An out of season tournament, so the Lakers can get another tournament win because they need an in-season tournament. Why not an out of season tournament for the Lakers? Because they're not going to win a championship in a regular season. Stop it with the Laker nonsense, Laker fans. Will you stop it? Please stop. This is why, as a person bets, like, yeah, I like Dallas. I'm an old Hurricane kind of guy. I like that. I could bash my teams. I worry about feeding my family before betting on my teams. Bang. Stop being a blinded fan to a squad, whether it's the Lakers or the Warriors. Michael B. out here talking about the Warrior nonsense. Stop it. Whoever you like, let's stop. Stop. Take off your rose-colored glasses for your favorite team. They're not going anywhere. Are they still in the playing round? My final rant of today. We talked about crappy college football playoffs, the Lakers still being trash. And now let's talk about how yesterday, it's more encompassing this kind of week of basketball, where you just can't blindly go on trends. Like, oh, look at this trend. The Phillies lose on Tuesdays. Oh, that's great. It's August. Did you bet the last 10 Philly games on Tuesdays? Are you riding all types of this trend all year long? I've talked about the unranked versus ranked teams. whether it's college football, college basketball, not just this season. I've been talking about that since I popped on here 3 years ago, nearly to the day, on my midday money show. But I've also said, I said this week when I took Baylor on Monday or Kentucky on Tuesday or South Carolina yesterday or whoever, the lines, I've been saying this for a while now. These lines are getting a little inflated towards the unranked, ranked, who should be favored kind of stuff. Even last week, Colorado State was a 5-point favorite, went up to 8. New Mexico was a 5-8. Kansas, a 6 to an 8.5. Like these kind of moves. Maryland yesterday, a 3 to a 5. I don't three in Maryland, sure. 5.5. I know Northwestern, and it got the call. You have to be able to adjust a little bit as the books adjust. And as it is March, February 29th, whatever you want to do. Let's try to look at a team record and think, you know what, maybe South Carolina is really a 20-plus win team in first place in the SEC. And that A&M, who's dropped 4 in a row, now 5 in a row, maybe they aren't that good. Maybe a team that's 1-9 on the road shouldn't be favored on the road. I don't know. Eventually I don't say the trends end because they are what they are. But you have to use a little eye test. What are you seeing out of teams? Not the body language, but let's common sense. Do we still have any of that left in the world? Forget about betting, just in general too. I mean, don't blindly think like, oh, this is an easy one, because they're never that easy. You're going to lose as easy as they look on some of those. I'm guessing you're going to lose 45% of those. And lastly, be happy with a 55% win. I know people want to laugh at me. Oh, 54, 55%, that's not good. Okay, well, did that for 20-some years. See how you do in life. You'll be doing all right. To do all right for myself. All right. Hope everybody hit the like button. That's my 7-minute rant. I didn't even tweet out the play on the X, and there's only one play. I'm going to put in the chat, and we'll do the recap and the pick all together. So, recapping yesterday, what's there to say? 7 in one day in the video. You're welcome. Fort Wayne, doggy outright. Northwestern, doggy outright. Marquette first half, rout Tennessee. Winner, Stetson, outright. South Carolina, outright. Alabama covers. Oklahoma State, the only one to let us down. We'll take it. A 16-2 run. 16-3 run in the video with college hoops. So today, Ohio State is it. Is it just the Ohio State Buckeyes? I did look at a couple other games. Now, I have one game I put up on the site, and I'll tell you what it was because I can't even put it up as a package today because the line's already moved. This is how things go for me. I got UMass Lowell yesterday minus a 3.5. It was 6 this morning. So, there's that. That's how I'm seeing the board right now. I got a 3-point fave, 3.5-point fave. It's now 6. A couple games I did think about adding and throwing out here today. I sort of liked. I don't know if I'm going to get to the window on them. I didn't put them down in the chat here. Lindenwood as a dog. Tennessee Tech as a dog. Tennessee State. And San Diego. Lindenwood's getting, I think, 10 from Southern Indiana. Tennessee Tech a 10 spot from UT Martin. Tennessee State's getting 8 from Little Rock. And San Diego's getting a 7 from Marymount. Those are a couple games I look towards. So there's that. Maybe if you want to get down to that LIU game, Central Connecticut went from 12 to a 14.5. That's a big move there. Binghamton a 2 to a 4. I don't know. Maybe we come in on Maine in that one. But again, you want to know where my money is. It is on Lowell to get it done. So there's that 2 in one day on the site for me. South Carolina, Bama, and Butler goes down. The Butler did not do it. Terrible Butler. Thanks for being a loser. Is that jar? Freaking Butler. All right, let's we're gonna put the lone Ohio State play in the chat for everybody to see. Facebook Twitter, YouTube channels. I see Facebook. Is it my guy Dennis is hitting the like button on Facebook? Thank you, Dennis. Here we go. Number one in today, Dave, my guy. He's back for baseball. Love to see Dave back in the house. Miami Heat plus the 5.5 today. All right, NBA yesterday. I did say I liked the Chicago Bulls after they let me down the night before. They did win. Did not play them. You're liking the Heat today against Denver. I don't hate that spot. Sure, 5.5. Not going to talk you off a little doggy spot there. We could do that. We could do that one. Washington State 6.5. This was an interesting one. So This was a 7.5 last night. 6.5. My guy Ant was telling me it was 6.5 this morning, and then I saw a 7. And listen, I have my line about an 8 for this game. I saw Kempom had this at 10. It opened up at 6.5. Automatically, the pen comes out to a little. Let's go back and check on this USC Washington State game because it does look a little light in the boots here for Washington State because USC. I don't know. You just beat UCLA. Nice win there. But they have gone win, loss, win, loss, loss, win, loss, 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 loss. Do we really want to jump on them here? I don't think so. Washington State is home. UCLA on deck. I guess it's a revenge game. You lost to them, but nothing like, it's not like you're closing out. Like next game, the UCLA game will be interesting. Maybe you fade them there because they got Washington on deck in that game afterwards. I don't hate Washington State here in this spot. I mean, my concern is that you have a team that kind of just jumps into top 25 range now. How they're going to respond. South Florida, another school entering that domain. But I don't hate Washington State. Team Money, my guy. Here he is. Another beautiful day. Almost healthy after a good night at it. Glad you're feeling better. I miss you coming in here. I gave you a little talk earlier in the show. I'm sure it'll be up in the comments section because this was that Dave posted in here a full hour before the show started, right after I created the room. Team Money after that. We got Rutgers and some extended lines at OKC Milwaukee. Nothing exciting today. I don't hate. Michigan's going to be on to a new coach. Rutgers should get it done, but do I feel comfortable laying with Rutgers at home? And I'm always cheering for Rutgers. You know that. 2-7 Michigan on the road. Whew. Bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Lay with Rutgers here. Off a 46-point performance. Let's go, Rutgers. Just bet a little Idaho versus Montana State. I looked at this game real fast. They opened up as a 1.5 point fave. Now they're a little doggy. Oh, you have them. Oh, you're having them at minus 1.5. I see them at +1 on a couple spots. I put the question mark there. I don't know what that line's about here. I will lean Idaho because I love the name of Vandals. Idaho Vandals. Why wouldn't you want to take that team? No limit. Mr. John Collins and Wemby rebound props. How we doing? Did the AD rebound prop cast last night? I thought about taking it. It was 13.5. I did not grab it. No limit. Welcome. Spring training from our guy Pounded. 1-0-1, $83. The Nationals plus 160. Here we go. I've yet to throw a preseason baseball game into the chat. 12-12-2 last year, plus 2.25. Have not moved on this one. I might actually do. How about we got the youngster Paul Skeens, Pirate, supposed to be the next whoever. Who's a great Pirate pitcher? Doug Drabeck. I mean, who was good with the Pirates back in the day? John Smiley versus Burnsy and the O's. Are the O's going to really roll out Burnsy here? How about a Pirate? I might actually take the Pirates today. The Natties plus Kyle Gibson and St. Louis with Patrick Corbin. I love the Nats. Let's go. Plus 160. I'm with you on that one. I'm going to take the Pirates, the Nats. Who else? What other crazy big dog should I take today? Maybe the Rockies. Rockies are plus 160, 155. Oh, yeah. James Paxton, Big Maple making a start for the Dodgers today. Oh, Clayton's on the hill for the Yankees. That's not Kershaw. It's Clayton Beater. Beater, I hardly knew her. Can we say that? Is that allowed? Michael B is in the house. Northwestern played cash at 220. Excellent today. I'm most definitely going to run John Collins over 9.5 rebounds and Wemby over 10.5 boards. There we go. Northwestern money line. Excellent play there. And I said yesterday, Maryland a 3? Sure. 5.5. No, thank you. Let's go Northwestern plus 5.5, and we'll cash that as well. Did not throw money line in the chat here. I guess maybe I should have. No limit. You had a good call on that. And again, you mentioned John Collins and Wemby yesterday on rebound props to look forward going to the it's not second half of the season, but as NBA goes forward. Good night. No half court shot. Losers 3-0 NBA, 4-3 college hoops. Butler. What exactly? You're home in a spot for bubbleliciousness, and you lay an egg like that? Nationals been killed in spring training. Everyone taking the over might be the play. Could be. You know what? I don't even know what the spring training records are for the teams right now. I've yet to dive into spring training. Again, last year I had 26 games, 12-12-2. Mariners have been heating up. I got to look at it. Where's the, let's go, standings, spring training. Nationals. Hold on a second. What is it? I don't. Maybe on the overs here because the Nationals are 3-2 in spring training. The Mariners. What am I missing here? I mean, unless MLB is wrong, it says the Mariners are 1-3, no limit. Maybe they just won yesterday. Are we just looking at overs here, possibly? If you're looking at killing it, meaning with runs, I mean, 4 games, 65 runs. If that's what we're looking at, killing it wise, I understand that part of it. 65 runs in 5 games. I mean, the Yankees have scored 45 runs. Holy cow. 56, 71 runs in 5 games for the Yanks. And then look at the Orioles. 5-1, 28 runs scored, 17 runs against. And they're all in the grapefruit. I was all over the Dons until I learned that the game is not being played on campus. All right, so San Fran's on home. I looked at San Fran, 4.5 down to a 3.5, but it is not on campus site, huh? Good info, Michael. That's why we need you in Cali. T-Money, my ears are burning. Sorry, my friend. I had to go a little Lakers scorched earth there. Can we stop with the Laker talk? Please? They're in the play-in game. The Lakers are in the play-in. They had to make an in-season tournament for them. Hi, let's make an in-season tournament game for the Lakers. So when they don't win this year, are they going to make an out-of-season tournament? Okay, guys, all these losers, come on in and play. We're going to have another tournament to be the next. You would be the out-of-season playoff champions. So you're not really the champions of the league, but you won the loser bracket of the NBA playoffs and you won the in-season tournament. So really, you've won 2 out of 3 champions. So you're really would you be considered the 2024 champs, the Lakers? The Lakers. Marcos is in the house, hitting a button for you and Miss Tanika. Oh, come on. Too many for a Marcos minute. Too many for Marcos. If I got to flip the page, it is too many on a Marcos minute. Friday, Marcos minute, you got it. And I'll promise you this, Marcos. Tournaments start on Monday. Atlantic Sun on Monday. And then we have the, who's on Tuesday? We have a second game, Northeast and Ohio Valley on Tuesday. There will be rundowns for all the conference tournaments. I'll do a Marcos minute for you. Michael B. I was the same way. I left 4.5 than the court pass. Yep. Not home. Pass. How did I get brought into this? What did I or the Warriors do? Never said the Warriors are winning a title. I know, but the Warriors have played better, and now you're sitting in 10th place on the cusp of making the cut of the 8 seed. ECU versus Memphis. Here we go. You know, this is a spot, eh, and I don't want to compare it to Florida Atlantic, right? People are like, oh my goodness, they're not good. They're fade them, fade them, fade them. Yet they're winning these games. Memphis has covered 3 of the last 5. Their 2 losses, again, both on the road, both non-covers as underdogs. Now they're back in a favorite role. And East Carolina is the epitome of a 500 club. I mean, 11-7 at home, 14-13 overall. 1-point dog loser, 3-point fave winner, 2-point fave winner, 2-point fave winner, 1-point fave loser. You know, they're all kind of in these numbers. Taking a home dog, sure. How about an underplay in this game? How about an under the total? I already bet it. Unfortunately, I might try middle. Just get out of it. But listen, if you have the one team at 3.5, 4.5, bet the other side and just take swallow the $15, $10 loss. Swallow it at the same price, and then you just have a VIG. Whether it's $100, whatever the VIG is, it's the VIG. You know, you're gonna try to middle, and then what? Then you get hamstrung on both sides of it, and you lose both. Take it before the game, swallow whatever the VIG is, and that's that. Am I on mute? Don't tell me I'm on mute for freaking 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. Brandon's in the house, my guys. Been a while. Happy to tune in today. Heads up, picks ain't scrolling. They should be scrolling now, Brandon. Good to see you. I hope all is well. And you have no fun little tidbit, Brandon. You should come in with a fun little tidbit to run across on the scroll. Good to see you, my friend. Michael says he could hear me. Thank goodness. Golden State, Nuggets, and the Bucks. For my guy, Damon Hill. How are you? Good to see you. Let's look at some NBA real fast. Pulling up. So the Nugget game we had mentioned, I would maybe look at the Heat there at the 5. But again, did not bet it. Milwaukee is playing Charlotte. Again, man, do we want to lay 12 on the road with that team? In the Warriors. Another road fave. Well, the Knicks are reeling right now. Well, maybe not reeling. I mean, I should say that. No, they are, because they didn't cover against Detroit. I don't hate that one as much. I don't hate that as much. My guy, Mr. Numbers, talking about the Knicks. He was like, oh, if the league lets them get healthy, they'll win the whole thing. Richie P's in the house. Hitting the like button, of course. I appreciate Richie P. Richie P, I am. Did I throw away my sheet? Come on. Oh, so I went through my 2024s. I've opened one. I also opened a jumbo, and I think I've got like 3 hangers and a blast drive open. So not that many cards. And I'm 8 cards away from the set already for base cards, Richie. I need a Logan Webb, J.P. Crawford, Jake Rogers, Patrick Wisdom, Cubs hero. Anthony, Pounded Sports probably has a Patrick Wisdom autograph somewhere. Arizona D-backs checklist, a Gleyber Torres, a Luke Baker, and a Johan Rojas, Phillies rookie. So I kind of want to open up a box today to finish up my set. Bills in the house disagree. Nebraska is the better team. They are the better team. And I've been saying, let's take better teams. And that's what I've been doing this week. And right, we took the Baylor game, Kentucky, like South Carolina. With this matchup here, though, it was a 2. It's gone up to a 3.5. Nebraska also, not like a South Carolina team that has won a little bit. This team is 2-7 on the road. 2-7 on the road. Not all that great. And You have Ohio State now, fired their coach, big win over Purdue, lost a tough one to Minnesota. They were hanging tough in that game. And again, Minnesota's a covering machine. And then you upset Michigan State getting 10. So maybe there he's got a this is a squad where I'm like, you know what? This is a team that's not what they have been because you get a new look, a new coach, the players, for whatever reason, they're responding now and they're playing better. And as many times as I've had Nebraska this season, and it's been quite a few times, quite a few, on the road, no thank you. No thank you. Not gonna do it. Winner Free Picks Facebook. There you go. There's the YouTube, and there's my YouTube. Make sure you give all three a follow, especially my channel. Nobody follows my channel. Robert's coming in. Michigan Rutgers under. Yes, Michigan Rutgers laying 7. Michigan's not to play for. Therefore, I'm actually getting. See, no here. As much as I just said about Ohio State responding to their coach, their newest intern, whoever's running the show over there, Washington. Michigan has seemed to have quit on Juwan Howard. Like, that is not, I want to go and say, hey, 2-7 on the road for them as well. 8-20 ATS and straight up. Lost at Purdue. You kind of battled there. Are they going to follow that up with a tough game at Rutgers? You lost by 14 at Northwestern, lost by 29 at Illinois, 20 at Nebraska, 19 at Michigan State, 32 at Purdue. Your lone win was a 4-point win over Wisconsin as an 8-point dog. I think I had them that game because Wisconsin at that point was starting to slip a little bit from their, hey, we're ranked and we're really good, but they had them covered. No, thank you. And again, Rutgers isn't some squad I like want to run double digits with, which basically I need 10 or more points here. You're 7, you need 10 plus because a 3 at the buzzer and you get a push out of this thing or even a loss. So do I want to lay that on a team that's lost 3 in a row? No. I understand. They scored 46 points last game. Bounce back time. You dropped 46 in the game. At home, you lose by 20 at home. 18, whatever it was, 17 points. Rutgers. No Limit says O's and Rangers 2-legger today in MLB. O's and Rangers. Here we go. See, I'm not. I got to go opposite of that. I got to go opposite. Orioles have scored 28 runs and allowed 17. I don't want to lay 160 with a team like that. I'll take my shot with the Pirates. The 1-4 Pirates. Not as bad as the 0-3 Michael Buelas San Francisco Giants. Mikey B, what happened there? Oh, you know what? I didn't give you the Ranger game. Hold on a second. Texas versus Milwaukee. I don't know. Open at 170 down to 120. Good luck. Good luck. Let's go Rangers. Only preseason I know. That's your neck of the woods up there, Richie. I was saying Evan Carter looks pretty good. I like Heim. I like Garcia, Seager, Simeon, Lau. I mean, I think the lineup is stacked. It's about the pitching. We need pitch, like every team. We need pitching. The fact that Snell is out there, if I'm Texas, you don't, for whatever reason, you want to pay money, he's younger. I understand. Like, he's going to want a 3 or 4 year deal. If I could get Snell on a 1 or 2 year deal for 40 million, why aren't we signing this guy? Texas or Houston or the Yankees, hell, the Dodgers, any team should be in this to be like 35 for a season. Okay. I'll buy on you for a year that you're looking for a new contract off of Cy Young. Short of him getting hurt, which is the concern, right? Him pitch 25 innings or 25 games. I'll take him for 25 games if he goes 14-4 with a 3 ERA. Toronto. I know Baltimore doesn't want to spend money. How about the Angels? Angels signing Snell. They got 35 mil. They got 40 mil. They had the Otani money. It's sitting there, 40 million. Right. Let me put up my awesome 7-1 yesterday, 16-3 run and take Ohio State today. I think in a ideal world, the Angels sign him for 35 million or 40 mil. All right, we'll give you 40 mil for you. You want 40 mil? Sure. Even 45 million. I don't care. You sign him. Maybe you catch lightning in a bottle. Maybe Trout is healthy. Rendon is healthy. The young guys take off. Reed Detmers bounces back. Texas, they got some pitching issues. Let's be honest. They got Evaldi's a concern. DeGrom, sure, you got guys who kind of get banged up. Dane Dunning, I like. Is he a starter though? Is he a bullpen guy? And the Astros, as much as I like the Stros lineup, I love me some Kyle Tucker MVP. Yordi is awesome, but that staff, Verlander's not any younger. Pence in France, JP France, Hunter Brown. Said I'm thinking like Hunter Pence, like he was the outfielder for them. Hunter Brown and JP France, I don't know how they're going to respond their second year. They faded down the stretch. I like Framber. You got McCullers coming back. Javier. You're the Angels. You come in and get this guy. Maybe you start out great, right? You win some games. Worst case, the team stinks. He's pitching decent. He's 10-10 with a 2.80 ERA. Then you trade him. You get something back in return, or you say, hey, you know what? Take Rendon too, and you got to give me nothing back. Take Rendon, and that's all right. I'll take a bag of balls, and send me an autograph card of your best player. You know what I'm saying? Then you free up $100 million on the back end to really help your squad. I think it's a no-brainer for the Angels, and I'm not even an Angel fan. Robert to Bill McDonald. Other than IU, Nebraska absolutely rode awful. Yes, that's all they beat was Indiana. Lex is keeping it classy with the Hicksers, all top tier, low class. That's it. We are at the top of the lower food chain. Bruins Sabres wild on the ice. Bruins over Vegas at home. 155. Buffalo over Tampa Bay. I like it. I mean, a nice little doggy there. And the Minnesota Wild, getting wild with Minnesota Wild Terries against Nashville. The Preds. I want to do an over in that game. How's your hockey been? Like, should I tell you on that? I have nothing. Marie says, yesterday was one of the best gambling days of my life. I couldn't miss. Moneyline round robin, Wolford, Charleston Southern, Maryland, Bulls of Jacksonville. Excellent, Maurice. I love it. Round robin it up. That's the way to go. That's the way to go to make money on a round robin. People on parlay, you round robin it because, as I say, best way to go 3-1 put in a 14 parlay. You round robin that bad boy, and you got money in your pocket. Steph Curry, first three of the game, plus 205 against the New York Knicks. Corbin going to get lit up for his first inning of work, says Richie P. For the Natties, Corbin. T-Money says, little soccer action at 1 o'clock. Paskey money line against trash UJ Pest in the Hungry Cup. UJ's a fade until further notice. Thank you for the update in the Hungry Cup. Alexis, only team I'm the V to take on the verge to talk about. Only team on the verge to take what? All right, so you like the Orioles? I'm guessing out of that. Nick Nancy, right? Seriously, that's excellent, Maurice. Round robin's the way to go. Only team talk about the DMV are the Orioles. Only team talk about the DMV. There you go. That makes sense to me. Nobody wants to talk about the Wizards. I like the Nationals' young guys. I like Lane Thomas. I like Abrams. I think Desai Gray is going to be a decent pitcher. Heber Ruiz. Clint, there is mixed. There is someone on Denver and someone on the Miami Heat in the chat today. Magic, Eastern Washington, and under Michigan game. I can do under Michigan game because I don't think they're going to show up. What are they going to score? 50 points? Eastern Washington against Montana at a 5 spot, 5.5. All right, I don't hate that. and the Magic today. Looks like a lot of people be on the Magic today versus the Jazz. The Jazz have all but mailed it in. I want to look. I want to say like a Jazz over today, like over Jazz Magic. Lex says Loyal Maryland didn't get the memo about home court advantage or run spot. Nick Nasty, how are you today? Here's another one on the Heat. That is 2 Heat and 1 Denver. EQ is in the house. Welcome. Lex, if you get a big flat screen, you can fit all the games on one Microsoft Word page. Not to print them out. I'm not having, what am I doing? Am I printing out freaking poster board here, Lex? I use a regular pad paper, regular kind of copy paper. I'm not rolling extended legal sheets to drive me crazy. What is this? We got an Office Max in my closet. Wine Time's in the house here. Wine Time was not around for my Laker rant earlier, I don't think. Should we hit him again with the Lakers? The Nets against Atlanta. I don't hate that one, right? People are going to say the Nets stink. Take Atlanta on the road. I don't hate the home Brooklyn Nets. Houston Rockets on the road versus the Suns. I'm always down for fading the Suns against bad teams because I think they're just going to mail it in and not cover. Lakers fade in here off of their big Clipper win. I saw something. LeBron needs 40 points for 40,000 or something like that, 20 points. Big TV game on Saturday. Maybe LeBron plays half a game here. It's a blowout. I don't see him suiting up today after last night's. Take the Wizards. How about, maybe maybe an under here for the Lakers too as well off of last night's game. I know it's easy to say they're going to give up a bunch of points. The total has gone up a few here, but I would definitely be interested in the points with the Wizards. And I'm not muted. Thank you for that. 25 after. That's from 12:25, and it is now 12:40. Good to know that I'm not muted 40 minutes into the show. Opinions on the Wings, Hurricanes, and a Panther parlay. Oh, my goodness. Parlay time. So Detroit at home, I would just rather have them straight up. They're only laying 115. Islanders on the road, nothing to be proud of. I would take Detroit straight up, sure. Carolina as a big favorite. I can see where you want to get the parlay involved in that one. Absolutely. Them and Florida. Now I see where the Red Wings fit into your crazy parlay here because you got a $2.50 road fave and a $3 home fave. I get it. Only way to be with those. I mean, you got 2 monster faves now. So unless you're going to do a regulation and bring those odds down a lot, parlay would probably be the only way to go. I can hear loud and clear. Thank you, T-Money. Magic, Suns, Warriors, all spread, Bucks, money line, parlay. So I did already say I like the Magic at home to beat the Jazz. I don't like the Suns to cover against the Rockets. Warriors on the road versus the Knicks, I can get behind, sure. Milwaukee in the money line parlay. Money line Milwaukee, 12 points in a parlay. I mean, as I don't have these things, like I don't have the total odds in front of me. I'm not punching this in on a site to try to get odds to see what this will pay off. But off the bat, I don't like the Suns to cover. So there's that. And you're doing a Bucks minus 12. What are we laying? Minus 1,000 in a parlay? Now you've come in enough where you're going to put that in there. I'm just going to say no to that. No, even if it should win. They're 12-point faves. I just can't condone that. I can't say yes to that. Lex from Robert. I had the over Loyola Maryland 71 first half points and nothing in the second half. Are you kidding me? 71 in the first half. You can't get 50 in the second? Which means hopefully you get the remaining from the next box. Yeah, it'll be nice if I grab them. What do you think about that? I got 2 nice autos out of that one box, Rich. Pounded says I got 3 Patrick Wisdom autos. I know you do. Patrick Wisdom. Alexis, got you, not fool you, auto phone correct. Oh. In fact, MD also dropped the bomb yesterday. Lex. Maryland did not get it done. They sure did. DMV not happy with the Terps, the Nationals, or the Wizards. T-Top's in the house. Thanks for the American pick. Spot on yesterday. Did America get it done? You know, T-Top, I give my thoughts on games, even though I don't have them bet myself. I try to give you what I think is going to play out. So if it was a winner, awesome. If it was a loser, I apologize. Think, who they playing? I say Army. Mike Downey, balls are expensive. Okay, they are, especially when they're attached to the rest of a body. Like Angels, get that out of here. Angels are not signing or paying sell. Angels are, but worst front office of baseball. I'm just saying for the fact that if he's out there, no one wants to pay him. They have the money. They didn't do anything with their Otani money. Bring him in on a 1-year deal. Worst case, you trade him. And when you trade him to the Yankees or whoever, you trade him with Anthony Rendon and dump that contract that's got, well, he's getting what, 40 million this year? So drop him to what, 90 million owed? Free up 90 million. Soto's a free agent next year. You'll have $55 million to sign Soto as a free agent. Think he wants to be in New York or wants to be in Cali? Michael B's heading out. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, Michael. Next at 6, St. John's won in college basketball. Today I'm on Ohio, Gonzaga over, and the Red Wings on the ice. I did mention I like the Red Wings on the ice. Sure. Gonzaga over. A neutral game here versus San Fran. 154. It's come down. Okay, I got no real thought. I would actually lean under, to be honest with you there. And the Ohio Bobcats, or is this Ohio State? I'm assuming it's Ohio State because the Ohio Bobcats played yesterday, I believe. And I like Ohio State. Hello, I'm thinking he deserves to be drafted higher than the mock draft. No, he's changed his opinion on that. Before he was all for the drafts. Then his son fell out of the draft and he's not down with the drafts anymore. Even though he said his son was better than guys on the Lakers, I think in November. Lex says, have the Bucks covered a spread in 2 weeks? Daryl, this is midday money, not midday drinking. You must be a different time zone. That's pretty funny, Lex. That one is pretty funny. The Docks River hiring, again, I don't know if I want to buy onto these guys to win a title with him. You got 2 great players, one at the tail end of his career, one still basically in the prime and start of his career. Now, they have won 3 in a row, though, Lex. That's a funny line. They have won and covered 3 straight. But I don't know if I want to lay 12 on the road against a team that you just beat by 40. You just beat them by 40 or 38 or whatever. I don't know if I can do that. Robert, thoughts? Thought I read Penguins 0-8 after an overtime game. The Penguins 0-8. Who do the Penguins have? Against the Kraken? They're off a win in that OT game. Seattle's been sitting home on a 6-game homestand, splitting. I would lean Seattle here just based on the scheduling of it all. Road game number 2. You're off an overtime game. The home team has been sitting home for quite a while. Right? Short home fave here with Seattle. Spring training, a lot of overs. I've yet to pull the trigger here in the show on a spring training game. There's been a lot of overs. I ran down some of the scores or scoring allowed and not allowed for teams. Orioles and Mets games, I think you want to look towards unders here. 28 runs scored, 17. That's 45 runs in 6 games. Not a lot. The Mets, 39 runs total scored and allowed in 5 games. And then you have a team like the Phillies in 3 games, 64 runs. That's what it says here. 64 runs. Let's pull up some scores. I mean, how is this possible? Where's the Reds game? Here's a Phillies. How this is a 3-3. This can't be right. Those can't be correct. They can't be correct. Manila Markel. Hello, Lakers cast. I don't care about tonight, though. Covering. I don't know about tonight either after a back-to-back. Nick wants to know, Markel, who are you on? She likes the Heat fading the Lakers today in a back-to-back, big win off the Clippers, and a huge comeback win. Why would you want to lay 10 with them? I don't see how you can. I don't see how you can. Don't see how you can lay 10 with them. All right. I just like Ohio State today here, chat. I know we're on a nice little run in college basketball. But that's where we're going today. I mentioned Lindenwood and Tennessee State and Tennessee Tech and San Diego, but for show purposes, we got one. It's up on the Twitter world. It's here in the video. Manila Markel says, I don't necessarily play the Heat game. Heat versus Denver today. Again, I'm no NBA for me. 41 and 32 in the video, plus 420. Day to day or street clothes playing. For who's that? Who's day to day? I'm out of here. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already.